Well, welcome to your year, students and scholars. This is a fall probably not like any other fall you've had, and so lots of us are learning from home. Lots of us are joining things online. Some of us are trying to manage doing the same stuff in person, but totally different with lots of new measures. And so we find ourselves in this new space. The Calgary campus ministers of the classes Alberta South Saskatchewan wanted to pray for the students and post-secondary students and scholars in our midst as we start this fall. So we have a liturgy for students and scholars we'd like to offer to you today. And with that, I'm going to invite Paul to start.
Yeah, join us in this prayer. May we learn to love learning, O Lord, for the world is yours, and all things in it speak, each in their own way, of you, of your mind, your designs, your artistry, your power, your unfolding purpose.
All knowledge is your knowledge, and all wisdom, your wisdom.
Therefore, as we apply ourselves to learning, may we be mindful that all created things are your creative expression, that all stories are held within your greater story, that all disciplines of order and design are a chasing after your thoughts. So greater mastery of these subjects will yield ever greater knowledge of the symmetry and wonder of your ways.
Along this journey, our great architect of life and beauty, bless us with teachers who are passionate and with mentors who will take joy in awakening in us a fierce love for those parts of your creation and your story that they have already learned to love well.
As we apply ourselves even to subjects that we might at first find tedious, reward our efforts with new insights, fresh inspiration, and with a firm conviction that you are at work in our hearts, broadening our knowledge, but also shaping us by patience, endurance, and discipline, that we might mature to fit more fitly and humbly serve the purposes of your great kingdom.
In a season of distanced learning and pandemic precautions, guard our hearts against isolating too much, trying to figure everything out on our own. Give us strength to know when to ask for help, and keep us from the temptation to compare our own performance to the work of our peers.
Grant instead that we might happily steward what scholarly gifts you have apportioned us in the communities that you have placed us, and that we might do so as means of preparing ourselves for service to you and to others. Our identity is drawn from your love and forgiveness, not from our grades or accolades.
Open, O Spirit, as you will, the paths of our lives this year, even during this pandemic, even with all the strangeness of distance learning and limits on clubs and spaces to belong. In this season, use our studies to further shape our vision of what our place and call in this world might be. Begin to show us where our own deep gladness and the world's deep need meet. And in that light, let us be mindful not only of our studies, but also of the needs of our peers and our teachers. Let us always respond with mercy to the failings and heartaches of others.
Let us be, in this school, even in small ways, bearers of love and light and reconciliation, which is to say, let us in humility be your children. Grant us discernment and wisdom. Hold us within your mercy and love. Grant that all these efforts will shape us to both be and do according to your good purpose.
Amen.
Amen.